Well, whether you're looking for a good end of summer read or want a preview of some screen adaptations coming this fall, Ashley is here with a few of the titles you don't want to miss. Hi, Ashley.
Hello. My favorite things to talk about. I love books and I love having a good show. So there's so many good shows and movies to look forward to because of the great books that came before.
Yes, but let me just ask you this before we get into this. What do you recommend? Should you read the book first? Should you watch the movie or the show first?
Personally, I like to read the book first because I like to compare. But I will say with the first one, The Summer I Turned Pretty, I watched season 1 before I read the series. So I kind of had the best of both.
To read.
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
Summer I Turned Pretty by Jenny Han. You know her from The Kissing Booth to All the Boys I Loved Before. Such a good writer. She's involved in the series. It's about Belly. She's a 16-year-old girl. She has these epic friendships with these two brothers. And then, of course, a love triangle ensues.
Right.
There's Team Conrad, Team Jeremiah. I'm sure you've been seeing it on social media. Comparing the love triangle to that of Twilight with Bella, Edward, and Jacob.
Right.
So you need to watch this, you need to read it, and I will say...
And then you're going to choose a team.
Yes, and Jenny said that the person she ends up with in the book may be different, or in the show may be different than who she ended up with in the book.
Books. Oh, so good reason to watch.
Exactly.
And read. Okay,
yes.
So next up is Daisy Jones and the Six. I did watch this series.
Did you love it?
I did love it. But tell us about the book first.
So by Taylor Jenkins Reid, again, she's involved in the series. I read this and then I watched it right away, and I loved both separately. There are some differences.
Yeah.
People say it's based on Fleetwood Mac. It's not.
Yes. Oh,
but
it's not?
Stevie Nicks recently watched it and said, I felt like a ghost watching back memories from my life. The soundtrack is incredible, so if you read it, it's nice to hear those come to life.
Yeah.
9 Emmy nominations, definitely one to read and watch. Cast is incredible.
I loved the series, and I actually would go read the book on that.
Okay, yeah, you should, to see the little differences.
Yeah, so the next series coming out is called The Changeling. It's coming out pretty soon, too, so you actually have time to read the book before it comes out.
You have time. Read it with the lights on. This is by Victor Lavallee. This is like a modern-day grim fairy tale set in New York based on the classic. Lots of renditions of The Changeling throughout history. This one is about a husband and wife. She has a baby, goes into deep postpartum depression. Something terrible happens. Her and the baby disappear, and he's on this very horrific, fantastical journey to find them.
Oh, see, I feel like in this, it might be better for me to read the book as opposed to watch it because I'm afraid of scary things.
Really, because when I read things, things stay in my head, and I read before I go to sleep.
Oh,
so then I have nightmares.
That's true.
I mean, either way, they're both really creepy.
Oh gosh, I don't know.
But if you love thriller.
All right. Well, next up is a great end of summer option.
So this is so cute. This is The Statistical Probability of Finding Love at First Sight by Jennifer E. Smith. They shortened the name to Love at First Sight for the Netflix movie. So cute. Our old friend Haley Lou Richardson from White Lotus is in this. Boy meets girl in a plane. They fall in love. After the flight, he gives her his number. She drops her phone. Will they or won't they find each other? You have to watch to find out. But it's going to make you feel all the feels. Believe in fate, love, destiny.
I love that.
Great end of summer read.
Okay, so wait, but Killers of the Flower Moon, that's out in October.
Yes.
And if you haven't read the book yet, what can people expect?
Okay, so true crime. This is by journalist David Gran. He writes for The New Yorker. This is a real story, one of the most horrific crimes in American history in 1920s Oklahoma about the Osage tribe, and right when the FBI was first formed. Martin Scorsese said yes, and he cast all his favorites, Leonardo DiCaprio, Robert De Niro. Oscar buzz already. I would say definitely read this, so when you're at the Oscar party, you're like, oh, you want to know a fun fact?
Yeah.
And you have all the info, but this is going to be very, very good. And everybody loves true crime, so really
Everyone does, and it is interesting that he uses all the same actors in his stuff, but you get to...
I know, I wish I were in that club.
I know, me too. Oh, well, Ashley.
We're available. And finally, The Other Black Girl. So this is coming to Hulu. Again, read this with the lights on. This is about by Zakila Delilah Harris. She wrote this. She was a publisher, and she wrote a fictional story about a girl named Nella, who's a publisher in New York. She's tired of being the only black girl at the workplace. Another girl gets hired. But then all of a sudden, things start to get really weird. She discovers something sinister is going on at the company. This is not based on her experience, but inspired by her experience in New York City publishing. So really cool, great cast. You're going to see, I think, Eric McCormick's in it, Bellamy Young, really cool. And it's starring Sinclair Daniel, yes.
I love that, too. It's like... you know, I just love the book, the shows, like being able to kind of
It's
include
so
both
fun
of them in
to
your
do
storyline.
both. Yeah, it's fun. Read, watch, and it's always
Read,
good to have
watch.
it all.
Yeah,
Good content.
This is all good stuff here, Ashley. Thank you so much.
course.
And be sure to follow Ashley on social media for the scoop on more fun book adaptations. Thanks so much, Ashley.
Of course.